today?
I loved it. I think it was really helpful for me because I'm not the most assertive person, and so it's hard for me sometimes to keep my class managed. So this helps me to help my students learn.
Do you think that this training can benefit other schools and teachers all around the world?
Absolutely. I know that a lot of us struggle with classroom management, and so anything that we can get to help us so that we can make sure that our students are successful.
Well, thank you, Ms. Williams. Thank you. You were just a delight today in my training, and I know that you will have tremendous success for the rest of the school year.
Thank you.
So I believe that, if everybody say it can't get done, I'm like, yes, it can. Why not? I said, if these kids can't read, then I'm not going to promote them. All this, mom, dad, I'm going to look you in your face and say, this kid can't read. We let them down. School, parents, we let them down. But I'm not going to take them to the next grade knowing that they're not at grade level. It's funny because I'm always like, okay, how are schools successful? Well, schools are successful when they demand greatness. Greatness just doesn't come. We're about to make history. We're about to learn. We're about to grow. We're about to make history. And then, mark my words, it's going to be other school districts, other places around it that's going to be doing this thing. We're going to be the first model. And I'm speaking that into existence, okay?
For booking, please visit
If you can really take the map and drive the instructor inside the classroom and link it to the M step, then everything will move. You see it? Ladies, third grade teachers, could you tell me, how do you think this professional development was for you today?
Easy. It was productive. It was exciting. They will never leave Mr. Hurt's advising.
Because the schools that I've worked with, the teachers I've worked with, their scores just go through the roof because what I do is I talk about practical stuff that's practical. Because I'm a former teacher and also I'm a principal, so I'm gonna be telling you guys things that I know will work in your classroom.
For booking, please visit shurtschoolturnaroundspecialist.com.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. This is Sean Hurt, your school turnaround specialist, with my Saturday morning podcast. And come on in and hit that share button. I want all of my educators to come on in. This is another powerful podcast. Who needs to gain or regain control of their classroom? Who needs to gain or regain control of your classroom? And that's a lot of people out there, a lot of my teachers out there. You're saying, Hurt, woo, the past 3 or 4 months has been tough. And I am telling you, I am going to give you strategies, answers to the test that's going to make you during this holiday season come back in January ready to go. So come on in. So I need all of my educators, superintendents, principals, teachers, parapros, APs, instructional coaches, you name it. Come on in. Give me 3 minutes as I get all of my friends in. You know who I am, Sean Hurt. We call ourselves the Fantastic Four. Create and educate at 10:30, 11 o'clock, Principal Kafele. And on Sunday at 7 o'clock, we have Josh Harvard and Dean Packard. Call ourselves the Fantastic Four. You know what we do. We give out educational tips. Teachers, educators, schools from all around the world has been blessed for many years with the information that we're going to provide. So what I need you to do me a favor. Hit that share button. Let me know where you're coming from. Go ahead and show me some love. I need some love out there. This is the holiday season. I want to say, come on in. Just give me a few seconds as I get I got all of these computers going. Yes, and if you are an educator, you got to come on this one. We say this is going to set you free. This is going to take you to a whole nother level in education. Yes. Hopefully everyone's holiday season is going good. Everybody is enjoying themselves. It's always good just to see all of my friends. Just give me 1 second. I'm You know, I got 4 or 5 computers going. I got this computer over here, my phone. So I got to make sure everybody is locked and loaded. We don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to miss anybody coming in. I don't. I really, really don't. I'm excited about this one. I am totally pumped up, excited. I'm geeked up. I'm ready to give out some information. So come on in and make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page as well. We're on all social media platforms. Give me 1 second as I get my folks in the house. Yes. Give me 1 second. All right. Okay, just stay with me. Come on in and want to make sure that I'm all set. We're all set. All right. I think that we're all set. So once again, good morning and happy holidays to everybody. Thank you for tuning into my podcast. And today we're going to talk about how to gain and regain your classroom back. How to gain and regain your classroom back. Before I dive into this, hey, I'm going to do a story time. I'm going to call this part the story time as I kind of talk about what went on with me on this week. This week, it was just excellent. I was in Rockport, Texas a couple of days ago on Wednesday, and I enjoyed myself. Big shout out to Jessica Robinson, the Executive Director of Teaching and Education, for bringing me down. I spent the whole day from 8 o'clock in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon with their principals and their leadership team in the whole district. We was in a room and we just got at it, going over NWA scores, setting up the mid-year goals, just looking at strategies on how to form better leadership teams, the whole 9 yards. So thank you very much for having me come in. I enjoyed myself. So thanks a million for that. Also, I would like to also talk about during this holiday season. I want everybody to be conscious of the social and emotional feelings of everybody, because during the holiday season, this is when we think about a lot of stuff. A lot of times we will reminisce about our loved ones, and sometimes some of us, we don't have family around. So just make sure you check on your friends, check on family, make sure that they're all right. Spending some time with them, a text, a phone call, invite them over to the house, whatever you have to do, because this is the time where a lot of times we're at home and we think about, man, I miss my husband, I miss my wife, or I miss such and such. So we don't want anybody to feel lonely during this holiday season. So make sure, you share, you laugh, enjoy yourself, recharge that battery. The last thing is that I would like to thank everybody, all of my people that have been following me on my podcast for the many years. I'm not going to start naming names, but you know who you are. Thank you very much. The people that's on here today, so many people, I just want to say thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting me, spreading the word, allow me to come in on Saturdays from 10 to 10:30 to pour into you, for subscribing to my YouTube page, and for inviting me to your district. Thank you very much. I always say this, I'm passionate about the work. I truly believe that schools can be transformed. Every time I'm going to a district in Texas or in Florida or Atlanta or Ohio, wherever I'm at, and I'm seeing these school districts, these middle schools, these high schools, these elementary schools moving the academic needle, seeing principals and leadership teams that I'm working with, when the light goes on, and say, man, we can do it. We can have some of the highest scores in our district or in the state. So I just want to say thank you. I don't take this a lot kindly. I think that as we move forward, that many more schools will be transformed. So I just want to say thank you. I really want to say thank you, from the bottom of my heart. I really want to say thank you. And the last thing is that make sure you go on my social media page. Make sure you go to my YouTube page. I'm posting things up every day. Make sure you subscribe to subscribe to my YouTube page. Go to my Facebook, Twitter, everything. I'm putting information that will transform your school. That will transform your school. And the last thing is that, hey, make sure you pick up my book, How to Transform Your Inner City School and Raise Student Achievement. Not only inner city, but rural schools. If you are trying to increase student achievement, make sure you pick it up from my website and you can get it. And easy read, and many schools have purchased it and they're using it as a book study for the POCs. Principals are saying, "Hurt, I did not know that we can do this," and they're doing it, and they're seeing their scores go to another level. All right. So let's go ahead and just get started. Make sure you go ahead and hit that share button. You still got time. You still got time. I know her. You say it's the holiday season. I got to go shopping. Well, you can go afterwards. You could go at about 1:30 after you see the Fantastic Four. Go do all your holiday shopping. But listen, you need this because we have to make sure that we keep the main thing. Once again, keep the main thing. So principals, if your teachers are not on here and you know you have about 5 or 6 teachers that are struggling, this is a must for them to watch. And even if you don't want to watch them, the tips that I'm about to give will help struggling teachers to come January to get back moving again. All right. So now, because I need all of my time, I want to get all of my time. So now you say, "Hurt, why are you doing this?" Because this is the mid-year, and this is when a lot of teachers will end up quitting. They will quit. They will say, "I'm not coming back in January." And now you got to put a substitute teacher in and everything is just whatever. Or for the last 3 or 4 months, since the beginning of the year, they have been struggling with classroom management. They don't know what to do, how to do it. They're struggling. They might not have went to you, principal, but you see it. So now I want to give strategies. I want to give strategies for principals, for teachers, in order for them to regain that classroom, in order for them to walk in on January the 8th or whenever you start back and say, "Listen, I have strategies that's going to help me to take control back of these 30 kids, or if you're middle school, 120, high school, 120 kids." This is what you have to do. This is non-negotiable. This is what I've been doing. Like I said, been in education since '99. This is what I did as a teacher. This is what I supported my teachers on when I was an assistant principal of a high school and also principal of K through 8. So I've done a whole gamut. And this is what I suggest that you do it. And this works. This is no pie in the sky. This will work, okay? So now let's go ahead and jump in it and make sure you hit that share button and let's go ahead and jump in it. And I got my notepad out, so I got my notes out. So I'm about to put my glasses on, my reading glasses on. You say, "Hurt, you got your glasses?" Yes, got my reading glasses on because I want to make sure I read it right. Make sure I read it right. Got my little glasses on. I usually don't wear glasses, but for this one, I got my glasses on. All right. So the first thing that you have to do is that you must know you need a reset. Write it down. As a teacher or principal, let's go with principal and teachers, this team. Yeah, Dr. Houston said, "I need them too." Yes, Doc, it's funny because I'm in meetings. I'm like, what does that say and stuff like that? So I'm moving back and forth. So, hey, these come in handy, So the first thing, write it down. You must know you need a reset. You must know that you need a reset. You cannot be in denial. You cannot say, "Hey, you must just," hey, we call it principal Cafe, they call it put the mirror up to you and you have to do a self-reflection. There's nothing wrong with it. I need a reset in my classroom. You could have been teaching for 20 years, 20 days, 20 months, whatever that is. But the first thing you must do, please write it down. You must get a reset. You must know that you need a reset. Okay, that means I need to start fresh with everything. I'm an 8th grade math teacher. I'm a 5th grade teacher that teach all subjects. I'm a high school teacher that teach science. I need a reset with everything. Okay, Hurt. All right, I got that. What's the first thing I need to reset in my classroom? The first thing I would say is that you need to rearrange the seating arrangements in your class. When the kids come in, rearrange the seating in your class. Switch the seating around. They need to see something different. How mentally will they know to change their behavior if they've been acting like this for 5 or 6 months? You must change the seating in your classroom. Let's start with that. Something practical and easy. Change the seating in your classroom. So I know a lot of schools got out yesterday, or they'll get out this week. Take some time. I know, hey, holiday season. I know you don't go on Christmas shopping, but take some time. Go into your living room, your kitchen, and just think. And just write down, oh, I'm about to change some seating arrangements in my 3rd period or my 4th period. Or if I'm teaching all subjects in the 3rd grade, I'm changing seating arrangements. That's the first thing. And I'm going to show a video. I'm going to show a video on what that looks like, okay? First thing, all right, let's start with something simple. I'm not going to give you strategies where it's just out of the box. It's going to be simple strategies that you can do. Next one. You must model the procedures and the routines again in your classroom the first day that they come back. Well, Hurt, I did it in August. I did it in September. Okay, that's fine. But you got to regain back of this class. You got to gain or regain these kids back. So now I need to model the routines and the procedures that I want to take place in the classroom. You do not wait the 2nd or 3rd day. As soon as those kids come in, boom. It's going to be a boom. Everybody put it in the chat. A boom. I'm going to model how I expect you to behave for the next 5 or 6 months in my class. I'm taking control of this class. Yes, Dr. Houston said boom. Yes, it got to be a boom. It got to be like a earthquake. When they come in, boom. So they see something different. All right, Herb. Yes. I'm putting on my teacher hat. Like I said, listen, I'm telling you, this is going to work. Now, what do we have to do in that procedures and routines? The first thing that I want the teachers to do, I wish I had 1 million teachers in here because they need to listen to this. 1 million, but hey, that's fine. I know principals, you're going to show them. First thing, what do the students do when they enter into the classroom? What do they do when they walk into that door? When they come into this classroom, what is the first thing that they do? We're going to model that because for the last 5 months, y'all been walking into my classroom, talking, wilding out, acting up, doing all those things. This is what's been happening. We're going to stop that on January the 8th, 2024. This is how I want you to walk into Mrs. Smith's class, Mr. Green's class, Mr. Potato Plant. Yes, I'm using Dr. Houston, Mr. Potato Plant and Mrs. Potato Plant's class. This is how I want you to walk into the classroom. And we're going to model it every day until you get it right. Because I have to undo 5 months of negative behavior that I didn't correct. Now we're going to do it because they're going to be away from you for 2 to 3 weeks. So consequently, it's sort of like school starting over again for them. It's going to be like school starting over again for them. So now this is your time to reset it. Next, when they come into the classroom, where do I put my coat, homework, books, the whole, what do I do? Do I just throw them on the ground? No. We got routines. Your coat go over there. If you're high school lockers, you know, where do I put my books at? Where do I put my homework at? Everything is going to be in place in your classroom. No more is just we come in and we just do whatever we do. That is wrong. If you look at the best teachers in your building, the best teachers in your state, if you look at best practices, kids know what to do in their classroom. Is it that easy? Yes, it is that easy. I'm giving you the answers to the test. Next one that I'm saying, we're going to regain these. We're going to regain it. What are the students supposed to do when they are done with their work, with their assignment. When fights happen, when kids start talking, misbehaving, when they start to wild out is when they're done. What do I do when I'm done, teacher? A lot of times the kids don't know. So now we're going to go over this. When we're done with this math lesson, when you're done, Sean Hurt, and the other kids are still working, I want you to do this. Class, when you're done, this is what you do next. And if they don't do it, you're going to keep on saying that. You're going to repeat that the first day, the second day, the third day. What do I do when I am done? Do I get my cell phone out? Can I get my cell phone out, teacher, and start texting? Do I go over to the corner with the computers? Do I just sit back and chill? What do I do when I'm done? We're still on model, procedures, and routines. Next one is that how do I transition? How do I transition from one subject to the next? All right, the bell rings. Do I just get up and run out? Do I stand up? What does that look like? Do I keep my how do I transition from the classroom to the hallway? How do I transition from math to ELA? What does that transition look like? What does it look like? What does it look like? So let me give you an example. I had a fourth grade teacher, and she, over the break, she went on YouTube and she was able to show a class that transitioned from the classroom to the bathroom, because she had problems going from, all right, bathroom break, kids get up third grade, let's go. And the kids were talking the hallway and all that. So she showed what it looked like for a third grade class to transition from the bathroom. And she said, this is how I want you to do it. In the first 2 days, she did it. She modeled it. The kids didn't do it right, sat back down. Let's do it again. They knew. You understand what I'm saying? So after the third day, hey, that transition that took 8 minutes took 5 or 4 minutes, and she was back in class. She modeled the procedures and routines that was taking place in the classroom. So I'm gonna stop right there. I see feedback. Hit that share button. Give me some emojis now. I got 10 more minutes. Let me know if this is sounding good. I got 3 more steps, but I need some feedback. Let me know if this is sounding good. I got principals on here. This is the work I do. This is the work I do. So let me know if this is sounding good. So I'm going to stop right here because I want to use my time wise. I got about 3 more, but I want to show a video of what a quality classroom looks like. So I'm going to show a video. So this is one of my teachers who had high academic achievement. So because a lot of times, you're talking, but I need a visual. Remember, I am a visual learner. So show me what it looks like. So I'm going to show about a 2-minute video. It's not going to be the whole thing, but I'm going to show a 2-minute video. Thank you. Principal Kafele said, great stuff. Braylon said, good stuff here. Good. Thank you for the feedback. So let me get out of here real quick. And I'm going to show this video and just kind of look at it and Hello, Facebook family, friends, and Twitter and LinkedIn friends. This is School Principal Sean Hurt, and I am in a classroom, and I just want to show you a classroom that I feel is set up for success as far as relates to how the classroom is organized, what it looks like, structure, but more importantly, this is one of the messages that we tell all of our kids. If you can read it, this is excellent. It says, nothing is impossible. Even the word itself says, I'm possible. So this teacher is letting the kids see this every day. You see our anchor charts. That's set up very nice. And once again, this classroom is just set up for success. It's very structured. Her data wall, computers right there. It's very organized. And whenever you have kids, any kids coming into your classroom, structure, organization is one of the main things that kids need in order for them to be successful in the classroom. You see, she has her objectives ready to go. Authentic student workup. This is her math board right here. Cubbies. So when you just take a look at this classroom, educators, this classroom. All right. I just wanted to just show a quick, it's an 8-minute video, but I just want to show about 2.5 minutes because it talks about what I'm saying. It really talks about, you saw how the classroom was set up. You saw different type of things. So Ms. Smith said, sounds good. Orderly transition. Definitely sit down and line up again. Yes. So you saw the video. So if I'm a teacher, right? I'm a teacher. I'm trying to see exactly what does it look like, Hurt. Verbally, you're saying it, but can I see how my anchor chart should be, how my seating, how everything is organized? So inbox me if you want me to share more of that to you. Inbox me if you're a principal and say, Hurt, I need that type of training to take place in my school. That's what I do. So I just want to show you that as I kind of move forward. All right. Number three, and as you was watching the video, number three, teachers, just do this. I gave you two. Now this is the third one. Make sure for the first week, you can't do it for the first day and go back to how it was. Make sure for the first week, or just keep being consistent with it, your classroom has to be clean of clutter. Clean of clutter. Well, what do you mean by that? Make sure your classroom is clean. The physical environment has a notable effect on the behavior of the students. The physical environment, the Charlotte Danielson's framework, we all know that. Part of it is the physical environment. Is the classroom clean? If you have a clean classroom, I showed you a clean classroom. One of the best classrooms that I've ever seen. The floors were clean. It was orderly. When your classroom is like that, the kids will have respect for you as a teacher. Clean your class and keep it. Don't just say when they come back on Monday to no. Keep the classroom consistent throughout the year. Once your classroom is consistently clean, then your students' behavior will be good. How do you know, Hurt? As a principal, and I got to go back to this. I've been a principal for over 18 years. I have seen I've been over 500 or more classrooms. So my sample size is 500 more classrooms. Principal for 18 years. Average teachers that I have in my classroom, 35 teachers. So you go and do the math. The teachers who had good classroom behavior, no fights, no kids wilding out, things are taking place. Consequently, the behavior was good because the classroom was clean. It's real simple. It is real simple. We're not going to make this hard. The classroom is clean. Well, what makes a good classroom? Okay, floors are clean. Somebody put in the chat, hey, my students are cleaning up the floors. That's good. That's excellent. The bulletin boards are kept nice and orderly. You saw that classroom. The bulletin boards was kept nice and orderly. Chart paper is updated. They don't have old stuff from 4 or 5 months. That is updated chart paper. What we're working on this week or last week, we keep it up, and it's not hanging or no. It is updated and it is right. The books, the folders, the papers, the arrangement, everything is in order. Everything is in order in the classroom. Keep your classroom clean of clutter. Ms. Stevens said, especially in high school and middle school, yes. As a principal, that is something my middle school teachers, the ones that was their whole step. They kept a clean classroom. Yes. Someone said it should look and smell like success. You are exactly right. It should look and smell like success. So, for example, look at me. I'm not trying to, but I have a shirt and a tie on. As a principal, this is what I wore every day. I wanted to look, smell, or present success to my staff. My office was clean. My school was clean. So if my office is clean, the school hallways clean, the bathrooms are clean, it was upon it that my teachers' classrooms were clean. Now, I heard, did you have all 100 of your teachers' classrooms clean? No, I'm not going to say that. 85% of them was. So if I had 40 teachers, I can deal with those 3 or 4 teachers that I got to work with because those other 35 or 36 teachers had their stuff together. Yes. I got 3 more minutes. Yes. The next one is real simple. We're going to regain control of the classrooms. You can do it. Just follow these simple steps. Number 4, determine your expectations for the class. Be clear and specific on what you expect from the students. I got to take my glass off of this. Be very clear and specific what you expect for the students. So for the last 4 or 5 months, if the kids have been wilding out, they think that you're not a good teacher, they back. You're not the Mr. or Mrs. Nice Guy. You're not the pushover no more. You're going to be very clear of these expectations, and you're going to keep it every day. You're not going to lower the standard. You're not going to go hard for 3 days and then let it down. Be consistent. Be clear. So if you raise your expectations, no, we're not going to do that. No, don't talk during our whole group instruction. I need it at 0. All right, when we transition, this is what we're going to do. Be clear with it, and when they try to get out of pocket, because they're going to look at you like, oh, that's a Miss So-and-so. She trying to be hard now. Be consistent, and it's going to turn over. I'm going to say this again. Be consistent, and it's going to turn over. And then with your consistency, please reward the positive behavior that's taking place in your class. Be consistent, reward positive behavior. Stay on top of the negative behavior. Don't let that thing seek out. If Raheem is acting up, Raheem, now I told you to sit down, let's complete that work. Stern voice, look the person. Stern voice, do not allow Raheem to get out of pocket again. Because if you let Raheem get out of pocket, then Bobby going to get out of pocket. And then Anthony's going to get out of pocket. And it's going to snowball. Nip it in the bud the first day. Be consistent and reward positive behavior. All right. The last one is seek advice from somebody who has done the work. A lot of times teachers will go to somebody that's having issues like you. No, go to someone who have been successful in your building. If you don't have no one successful, listen to this podcast that I'm doing. Go to the podcast. Go on YouTube. Find people that are successful. Ask your principal to give you training. I do one-on-one training with teachers who if the district doesn't allow them to come in, they will inbox me and say, "Hurt, let's do some one-on-one." I do that. Go to training. Do not just say, "All right, I give up." Don't give up. Seek positive. Purchase the book. I have a chapter in the book that deals with classroom management, how to transform your inner city school and raise student achievement. It's a chapter. Purchase the book. Say, "Hey, I'm about to purchase the book." It's an easy read. You'll get it done within 2 hours. There should be no excuses for us not to regain our classroom. So it's 10:31. I'm a little bit past my time. I need everyone to go over to Create and Educate, please. Support Dr. Houston and Tammy Taylor. Give me some love now. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube page. If you have not subscribed, please do that. If you're not following me on social media, I need you to follow me on social media. I'm going to put information all day today, tomorrow regarding this. Share. Next week I'm going to be on. I still got some more, so I'm going to do a part 2. Let me know if I need to do part 2. We're going to regain and gain control of the classrooms. Thank you very much. Happy holidays to everybody. And let's go over to Create and Educate.